Hey, what's up? Code Dread coming at you with, well, we are week 6. This is the end of week 6. JavaScript. We're going to take 1 week to learn JavaScript. If you started off like I did, being self-taught, and you did something like Free Code Camp or Code Academy, JavaScript was a really extended section, and I got to JavaScript before I realized like I might need to go to a boot camp because I couldn't wrap my head around a lot of it. Now coming to a boot camp, we have 1 week as to where we go over JavaScript. Keep in mind, a boot camp isn't to make you a master at everything we learn. It sort of just skims the surface, and it's up to you to drill deeper into whatever subject base that you're going into. So JavaScript, this week was a bit testing, and I thought I would feel more comfortable on the front end side because that's what I studied, but I had problems with JavaScript before, and I don't think it's rare or new that many people have problems with JavaScript, but overall it wasn't bad. What I did realize this week, and this is just sort of veering from the tech world topic, was I realized I sort of lost my focus. Not because of, the subjects or the lectures or whatever. It's like I'm getting closer to the end of my boot camp, and now I'm wondering what's next. Like many of you might have done or might be doing now. You're looking at all these software engineering, software development, or boot camp videos, and you hear about the salaries and the opportunities out there for a software developer, and it's hard for me to not just let me just take a peek at what's out there as far as jobs. And now I'm hearing things, from people who I network with, which, your networking is going to grow once you come into this field, of other things I could be doing to get my foot in that door. It's so important to get your foot in that door and get that first job. And after you get that first job, the second job, you'll make big bucks. So I admit, and it's on me, and I need to sort of discipline and refocus myself. I've joined meetup groups. I figured I'd teach myself quality assurance because that's a tech adjacent role. It's time working with code, and I hear it's easier to get a job like that. I was looking into web accessibility, anything that'll start me working, because keep in mind, I don't know you guys' situation, but my situation is I have to be in a position as to where I have to keep money coming in. So I'm like, all right, while I'm learning all the stuff in boot camp, my mindset was like, let me go off and try to learn WordPress. I could probably make quick websites or hustle websites to make money while I'm learning or while I'm waiting for that job in the tech field. And if this is something that you're thinking or something that you're doing, it took me to be sitting in the middle of a meetup.com group for front-end development. It was a front-end development meetup group, and I introduced myself and I had some questions and I told some of my situation, and somebody in the group, they mic'd up, and it was like, and even one of the person who was actually hosting the group, they both mentioned to me like, hey, you're in a boot camp, that's a lot. Why don't you slow down, focus on your boot camp, and when you come out, then start trying to figure out what you want to do. Because I'm the type of person who will try to do everything at once. My biggest takeaway from this week, JavaScript is hard, but I got through it, and I'm going to deal with the homework assignment. But I could tell that I wasn't as focused as I needed to be because I'm sitting here trying to look past the obstacle that I'm dealing with now. So if that's something you're doing, don't do it. If you could do it, yeah, go ahead. But the type of money that you spend to go to a boot camp, there is no reason why you should not focus on that boot camp. Because looking for a job or creating a side business, you could do that forever. But this boot camp, there's a finite time as to where I'm here. So I need to put all my ability into learning. I would love to talk more about this week. Our homework assignments, we had to recreate the page and give it some logic. I know that the JavaScript course, because of how I approached this week, being distracted, and even my teacher, I spoke with my teacher and talked to him about it, and he mentioned that, me trying to learn a new technology that I'm not teaching in school, he told me to wait till later, or there's going to be a part coming up in classes to where we're going to have a research project, and it's going to be learning some kind of technology that's not taught in class, so I could kill two birds with one stone. So I might do my research project on something like WordPress. But for my week 7, that's it. I'm sorry that I'm just like the Unabomber, and yes, I do have on glasses. If you haven't noticed, they're not prescribed. I did realize that there's a career hazard when becoming a software developer. You're looking at the screen. So these glasses are actually designed, and you've probably seen them, to filter out the blue light that come from the computer screen. The blue light? Yeah, blue light or white light. It's me being preemptive to sort of protect my eyes, because you spend a lot of time looking at the screen. So who knows that you can actually get physically damaged by developing software. So sorry this video was so short and it wasn't as tech heavy as I want to, but like I say, I try to do these videos as for my biggest takeaways for the week. So week 6 JavaScript, my biggest takeaway is, sit your behind down somewhere, focus on a class. You have any questions, you have any comments, please hit me up in the comment section. You could reach out to me on Instagram, CodeDread with a K. You can also hit me up on Twitter. Same thing, CodeDread with the K. Links down at the bottom. Other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Next week will be the halfway point of this entire course. So it's all downhill from there. Thank you guys for following me on my journey. I'll see you next week. CodeDread out.